My body is extremely tired, but my mind is wide awake.
So we're doing the last meal before surgery, and I looked over at Darren, and he had his eyes closed, and I didn't know like what was wrong because he'd been having like heartburn lately, and so I was like, oh, is he okay? And he was praying. So first off, I love the fact that I have a husband who literally will stop in the middle of Outback and pray. Like, that's just so amazing to me, especially coming from me. I pray a lot, like just during my devotional and stuff. What are you doing?
Sorry.
I pray a lot during my devotionals and stuff, but just those little shotgun prayers, as our pastor calls it, the quick like word up to God. Darren's a lot better at that than I am. So I looked over and I saw him praying, and I asked, okay, what were you praying about? And he's like, I'm just praying to get the devil out of my head. And it just reminded me of what we were talking about just the other night. Like, we are called to take our thoughts captive, and the devil is always going to try and poke at you. And there's obviously the nerves that go into, okay, your wife is about to go into surgery, she's about to be put under, but there is not a single moment in time, there's not a single place that you can't stop and pray to God and ask him to just give you that relief, to ask you thank you. There's not a single moment that you can't pray to God and ask for that relief, ask for him to realign your thoughts to his truth and his word, and he gives that to you. He gives us that peace, he gives us that reassurance. And so I want to encourage you that if you're struggling with anxiety or you're struggling with those thoughts running across your head, don't run with them, stop them. And that's a lot easier said than done. With somebody who struggles with anxiety and all the what ifs, I know that it's easier.
I'm officially on meds. I'm on meds for it. So been on meds for it for 5, 6, 7 years now. So
I struggle with PTSD. There are some of my abusers who are literally died, but I see somebody who looks like them, and my mind starts to wonder, oh my gosh, what if he's coming after me again? I know that he's not, because he's literally dead. Like, he passed away. But my mind still runs with the what ifs and, what else can happen to me. And so one of the things that we try to do is immediately
take captive your thoughts.
Take captive those thoughts. And it takes practice.
And pray. Because it's you feel your head starting to do, your thoughts starting to wander. My brain never shuts up. My brain never stops running. So having a chance to sit down or having that moment to realize, oh, I'm not focused on the present, I'm focused on
the thoughts,
the rampaging thoughts in the back of my head. That's the time. That's the time to grab a hold and check and see if it's causing fear, or check and see if it's,
because God doesn't give us a spirit of fear. And if it's something that you need to be afraid of, or that causes fear, or that causes anxiety, that is not good, and that is not from God, and it doesn't belong in your mind, and he can give you relief from that. He has already sent Christ to die for all of our afflictions. That includes our anxiety, that includes our negative thoughts. Christ has already taken those from us, but we have to accept that gift, and we have to work for it, because the enemy is always going to be trying to work against us, because we live in a fallen world full of sin. That's just our reality that we have to deal with right now. But it doesn't mean that it's impossible, because it's not us doing the work, it's God doing the work. So we just wanted to give you a little encouragement. We're going to finish the rest of our Outback dinner. The steak is fantastic, and we really enjoyed hanging out with our waiter Ryan. Like I said, Ryan, I hope you see this, because we've had the best time with you, and you've made our night really, really enjoyable. Before we had quite a couple of stressful days. Wow. Okay. Apparently I need to go to bed. I can't talk.
you need to go to bed.
Okay.
My body is extremely tired, but my mind is wide awake. Not even really with anything negative or, like I said, nerves, I don't think, just awake. I don't think that I'm going to be able to sleep tonight, which shouldn't really affect me too much, considering the fact that they're about to give me a lot of drugs to sleep tomorrow. So I'll catch up on sleep. But Darren needs to get to bed and be able to sleep, but he just discovered that.
I'm wired too.
So, despite being tired,
Yeah.
we're wired. So
I need to get sleep. I need to put myself out, but it's
yeah,
I've got to be awake in 4.5 hours now.
4.5 hours.
That's the worst thing you can do is start counting hours.
I know.
Oh man, that just makes it so much worse.
I have to get up at 4:30 because I can't have anything to drink after 5 o'clock, and I have to be able to take my meds, my pain meds and stuff before the surgery. And so we have to wake up at 4:30. I have to drink my water for 30 minutes. Stop everything at 5 o'clock, and then we have about an hour that maybe I'll try to take a little nap. I don't know. And then we leave the hotel at 6 o'clock to get to the hospital right before 7 o'clock, which is when we do check in for the surgery. In other news, since I am up,
No fevers.
yeah, we don't have any fevers right now, which we are literally. Tomorrow will be day 6. Today was day 5, so tomorrow will be day 6 post-treatment, and fevers usually hit anywhere from day 5 to day 7, and so we're on day 6 with still no fevers, and so I'm really thankful for that. Since we are up and awake anyways, before I realized that we started vlogging kind of in the middle of our journey, because prior to all of the vlogging, we were trying to do updates via just Instagram and Facebook captions. And that was a lot to have to type out. That was a lot to have to do. And it really didn't allow y'all to be a part of the journey with us, which is why you are now watching this vlogging series. But before we can start posting all the vlogging series, we realized that we needed to kind of do a prequel to everything that has happened up until the point where we started the vlogging series. And so I've literally been going through tonight and giving just a verbal talking head recap of what has happened up until the vlogging series. That way people will be able to have a first episode. So if you're watching this and you don't know what happened at the beginning of her story, I plan on posting that prequel first, and so you will be able to catch back up on everything. I think I'm getting delirious.
It's late.
It's late.
I'm going to bed. Good night.
You actually gonna be able to sleep?
No. Not at all.
Anyways, so night before cancer, we're waiting for tomorrow morning, and we will update y'all hopefully tomorrow. I mean, I know that we will at some point. I just don't know when or what that will look like. So hopefully, don't get me on too much drugs. I don't know what it's going to be like when I wake up from anesthesia. I'm kind of real nervous to see how I react, because I've heard some people are really angry, some people are really flirty, some people are really goofy, some people are just super tired and don't want to talk, and some people say really stupid things. I don't know what I'm going to be like, and that makes me really nervous. And I think Darren is really excited about that part.
I am.
Yeah. Anyways, it is the morning of the surgery. I'm sitting down because, wow, I didn't realize how tired I was. We are packing everything up, getting ready to leave, literally about to walk out the door. I've got my overnight bag, couple overnights, because I will be staying in the hospital for at least 48 hours. We still don't know if Darren's going to be able to stay with me overnight. Hoping and praying for that. I know that there are nurses there. We know staying in a hospital, nurses get really busy because they have other patients too. And being post-surgery, I know that I'm not going to be able to move well. They've already warned me this. And so we're hoping that he's going to be able to stay. I didn't go to bed until 3 a.m. last night, so I'm running on about 2 hours of sleep. But I'm about to get knocked out with some really good go juice. So I guess that would be knockout drugs. Anyways, we will see y'all at the hospital. You ready, babe?
Let's go.
All right, so
Here we are.
we've seen the anesthesiologist, we've seen one of the fellows. I've got my nurses in here who've done the IV, and I've met the surgical nurse. And we are waiting for the main surgeon, the main doctor, to come in and talk to us. And then after that, I'm going to be wheeled into the operating room, and they are going to make sure that all of my vitals are okay, and I meet more people, And then they push the good drugs, and I finally get to sleep since I haven't slept. And then after that, I will be billed over to recovery.
And I will be
Able to stay during the recovery.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous about what I might say after anesthesia because
Oh, don't worry. We will capture it. We will capture it all.
this is the first time that I've been under for anything, and so
It's gonna be
a
fun.
little bit nervous about that.
And here we go.